Hi, I'm Thembi.
And I'm Jonathan.
And today on How to Learn,
We're talking about what we've learned and how we learned it. Doesn't mean very much. Best to plunge straight into an example.
let's get into it.
So I was just thinking, how did I learn? I mean, assuming I've got better at chairing meetings, facilitating meetings over the many years I've been working. I hope I have. How did I do that? And I was thinking, I've never actually been on a course about meetings. I'm not sure if I've even watched a YouTube video or, any sort of resource like that on how to do meetings. So if I did get better, how did I get better? And the thing that struck me most was just copying other people.
So you put into action then?
Yeah, spotting what works, including what works for me as somebody sitting in a meeting.
Yeah.
When somebody's chairing or facilitating. And then just trying to do that the next time. Just pure copying, pure imitation.
Pure copying. But in order for you to get into that point of just wanting to copy, I feel like there's some element of confidence there.
Confidence or just kind of, I noticed I had a negative reaction to something that happened.
Okay.
And I thought if I'm ever in that situation, I'll try and do it better. So, good example, bringing people in.
Yeah.
So there are people who are confident in meetings and who contribute a lot and maybe dominate it. And if you're the chair, what you should do is try and bring in the quieter voices or like the not yet voices.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's had a chance. And what I've seen, is people who are very good at using certain phrases. So they don't put you on the spot. It's like, Thembi, would you like to contribute something now?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So it sounds like you've been told off for not contributing. But people who can do stuff like, just wanted to give Thembi a chance to bring in any extra perspective, or we've covered a lot of ground, but was there anybody else who just wanted to, or perhaps anybody who hasn't spoken yet, or classic, would people online like to have a chance to come in because, the people in the room have dominated. Just phrases like that.
Yeah, that really does help. I think, so basically what you're saying is like it's on the job, learning in which you're applying what you've observed. I think for me from a presentations, I used to not like doing speaking events or presentations. I'd be absolutely a nervous wreck. But
now you like it.
Oh, I love it now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's taken a while. I think it's a similar process that you've just talked about in terms of watching, looking at things that would work for me, but then also putting it to action and not holding back. Definitely doing quite a lot of practice. So for one thing I do know, and that did get fed back to me, is you can tell when I'm reading from my notes. So when I'm doing presentations from the notes, I'm a bit more rigid. Whereas when I'm doing a presentation, not with my notes and just free flowing, that's how it sounds, free flowing. I'm not telling you that I remember all my notes, but that's come with practice, and that's where some people can be like, oh, you sound so confident, and it's probably because I've not got the distraction of reading a presentation, making sure I get all the everything that's written down right. Well, not right, but saying that. So
that's feedback and practice.
And
that's a bit harder because there's a bigger gap, I guess, between presentations. Like you might be doing meetings every day.
Yeah,
but it's going to be a while.
Yeah, but meetings are still the same way as speaking events. So I just see like when I go to a speaking event, it's like, oh, I'm having a meeting, but nobody's going to ask me loads of questions, and I'm not going to point the finger at somebody and ask them to contribute.
Yeah. So, okay, that's great. So these are genuine, like neither of these we got sent off on some course to get better at the thing and got told in a classroom setting how to get better at the thing.
Yeah, well, actually, I have been on some courses.
Okay.
I've been on presentation skills courses, and I did find them useful in terms of there's theory and there's sort of structures that you can use to help.
Yeah.
But the key thing is putting it into practice.
Yeah. And arguing against myself, I did realise that there's certainly one thing that I got told about meetings that I didn't observe. I would never have observed it. It's too subtle. At least for me to observe. And that was when somebody must have told me in a course, or maybe it's somebody who'd been on a course and came back and said, when you're taking questions at the end of a big meeting, get a woman to ask the first question. Pick a hand from a woman for the first, because there's data around. If you do that, then the questions after that will be 50-50 balanced. If you don't do that, and it's the men who may be more likely to put up their hands right at the beginning, it's going to be really skewed. There's no way I would have observed that, either as a man or just I wouldn't have observed it.
So that's a tip.
I need to
and
be
that's
told.
A technique.
I had to be told that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's some good data insight.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's the sort of thing you're not going to spot.
No. So let's put it to yourselves. Put that to the test then.
Yeah. So use that. And I guess that's the thing about feedback. It's the stuff that you haven't spotted but other people have spotted and can contribute. So there were a couple of good examples, I think.
I think we do have some good examples.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
Please share your own, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.